Welcome to this YouTube channel. Today I'm going to look at 10 features or tips I like in Google Sheets. First feature that I like in Google Sheets is open references. For example, if I have a sum of these numbers, automatically picks that and I get the total as this. But if I come here and I add more numbers down here, you're gonna see my total does not change. And to overcome this problem, what I can do is use open references. So open references means you come and remove the last row number there. There you go. Then your number automatically updates. That is one of the features that I like in Google Sheets. So if I add more numbers right down here, you can see my total keeps changing. Now, the second feature I like about Google Sheets is being able to use the drop down for the calendar. So currently, if I double click here, I don't see anything, any calendar that pops up. If you want to bring the calendar up by double click, I want to fill this data with dates and I want to use the calendar. So I can just double click and my date will pop up for the calendar will appear. Then I will select the date that I want. To do that, just highlight the range of cells where you want to place your calendar, then go under data validation, and then you'll have to add a new rule. Then you select a format of a date. Is a date, is valid date, like so. So now if I double click here, you can see I get a drop down for the calendar. So I can go back as whatever day, very handy for completion. Very good if you to speed up the completion of dates. Very good feature in Google Sheets that I like. Feature number 3, and these are also tips and tricks. I'll check boxes. I'll highlight the go under insert, checkbox, and there you go. If you want to change the color of the checkboxes, you use the font color, you can change it to blue, you can change it to orange, and so on. However, I can also do more interesting things here. I can highlight this, go under formatting, conditional formatting, and I use this checkbox for my conditional formatting. So I'll select, I want to use a formula here, custom formula, and then I need to say, you see my checkbox is in column A, so I'll say A, like so. I can say equals true, but even if I don't do that, it will recognize it as true. Then I can add whatever format that I want. So if I want a line to go through each time I click my checkbox, I'll click that, this one here, then say done. So this one should be A2. The reference should be A2, then click done. Now, when I do that and I come and click here, you can see it cancels whatever I click. Very good feature in Google Sheets that you can use for your to-do list or any other work that you want to do with checkboxes. Now, the next feature I like about Google Sheets is pivot tables. Assuming I have my data set here, which I can select like so, and I want to insert a pivot, I go under Insert, Pivot Table. You can insert it on a new sheet or on an existing sheet. Since I don't have space on this one, I'm gonna go by the new sheet. So when I come here, I can see already it gives me options. When I click on one of them, it gives me the seller vis-a-vis the average. No, you can sort. So there's quick ways on how to add. You can also add another column here. You select maybe a distributor, and there you go. So there are quick ways you can add a pivot table for your analysis. So if you want to add from scratch, all you have to do, you have to go to the rows. What do I want my rows to be? Is it category? There you go. Then if you want to values, sales amount, and there you go. So this is a very good feature to quickly summarize your data into a pivot table. So you can also add more rows if you want. So you come here and add rows. Now we have, if I want to add distributor, then it goes here, adds the category, and then under each category, we have the distributor. So this is category, this is distributor. So it's a very good feature in Google Sheets. Number 5 is the filter function. If I use the same data here and I want to filter out data for a given seller, take mark, for example, all I have to do, I'll go and use my filter function, type filter, open brackets, go and select the range of your data. My range is going to be to H, this to H all the way down. This is the data that I want to be returned. The second condition is you want to filter the data based on what? So we wanted to filter based on this first column. So I'll say, come here, select it from A2 up to the end, leave an open reference, and I say it must be equal to take mark, like so. So a very good feature in Google Sheets. Then you filter your data according to this here. The next feature I like, feature number 7, is the publish feature in Google Sheets. So to do that, if I want to publish maybe this one here, I come to File, Share, Publish to the web. So when I do that, and you can publish it as embedded or as a link. So embedded means you get an HTML file and you embed it inside there. Then you just copy this and place in the HTML. Then this one here, you use the link, this link here. Now you can share the entire document, or you can share just one sheet. For example, if I want this sheet alone, I select that, then I come here and say publish. So when I do that and I go to my web browser, I copy, you can see it publishes my sheet here. It gives me a name and the sheet number there. That's a handy way to share the sheet with other people. And just publish one sheet and you share only that. Or you can publish entire sheet. And of course, there are other options as you publish, as a web page, as a PDF. So you can choose in whatever format you want to publish your sheet, and it will be done. The next feature I like in Google Sheets is the scrolling table. So how do we do that? Go under Insert, Chart, opens this, close a chart by default, but go under Chart, type and select, move down. This is your scrolling table right there. So it creates a table for you. And when you highlight here, you can edit the chart, you can delete it. You can even download it to PDF. You can copy, and you can also move it to a sheet. So you can also publish this. For example, I can come here and say publish. Then I share this link here. If I open a web page, type it there, and there you go. It will be published, as you can see right here. It's a very good feature that I like in Google Sheets. So let's close this and move on to our next feature. Next feature here, feature number 8 that I like is the protect feature. We use this feature to protect our data from being changed by users. So to do that, there are two ways you can access this feature. The first way is to click on the sheet that you want to protect, right click on it, then click on protect feature. You can also access the same by highlighting the range of cells that you want to protect, right click and go down, more actions on the column, and you click on protect sheets. Now, when you do that, you can see it gives you two options. You can protect the sheet or you can protect the range of cells. So in this case here, you choose the range of cells that you want to protect, and then you set your permissions, or you can go to the sheet and you can select the sheet that you want to protect from the list here. Then you say protect. But also, as you protect the sheet, you can also select particular cells that you want to leave out from your protection, so that you give freedom for some to be adjusted and the others not to be adjustable. So this is how you can use this feature. Is a duplicate sheet. If you want to duplicate a certain sheet, all you have to do is right click that sheet and go under duplicate. Then it creates a copy of the other sheet. Feature number 10 that I like in Google Sheets is the historical changes, history changes. You want to know the changes that have been made to a particular sheet, you go to File, right there, then move down to Version History. So you can see the history there, click there. There's also a shortcut, Control-Alt-Shift-A, H. If I go back, Control-Alt-Shift-H, then you get the version history. When you click on this, it will give you the historical version, the changes that have been made. And more, what you can do, you can name this version. You can copy this version and save it separately. So you can look at the different version and say, okay, I last made a change in a certain version. I go to it, I can restore it, I can rename it, and I can copy it into a different version. So those are the 10 features for productivity that I like in Google Sheets. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, like the video, and give me your comments.